So, after a week of having no Yashahime, we finally got a new episode. And it was still kind of filler, but we got a clue. Hi guys, my name is Maria Park and this is Approach to Nerd. And in this episode, we are reviewing episode 14 of Yashahime, entitled The One Behind the Forest Fire. Pretty direct title if you ask me. Before we go into the review, I would like to say that there is a new opening and new closing for the series, and it looks like there's a bunch of spoilers in it. I'm going to have to freeze frame these and do that in another video, because more than likely this is going to be a lot more telling than the episodes have been so far. So expect that video. I'll hopefully have it sometime this week. Now, episode 14. We have kind of a filler story. We have a young girl named Hamino, who basically is kidnapped by this mountain lord fire demon named Homura. And Himura is absolutely effing obsessed with her. First of all, he does kidnap her from her grandparents' house at like the foot of this mountain. And she's so beautiful that they have to tell you that people have come from all over to try and ask her to get married. I don't know how old she is at this point. She could be 17, but back in the feudal era, I'm pretty sure people got married very young. So 12, 13, probably it's even a reasonable age at this point. But this demon fire lord, Homura, is the one who started the forest fire that separated Setsuna and Toa, and I'll get to that in a minute. So to break down the story, Tamano, the most beautiful girl in the land, and they even call her beautiful village girl Tamano in the subtitles, to stress that point that she's beautiful. She doesn't want to leave her village, so she keeps turning down all these marriage proposals. I guess she just wants to live with her grandparents. And so this fire demon mountain lord Homura kidnaps her. He just comes in and kidnaps her. What I found really interesting is that she seemed to have Stockholm syndrome, because she was like, he was really nice to me originally and we lived peacefully, and I'm like, and then he just started killing all these guys that looked at me and talked to me, and I'm like, that's crazy, but he kidnapped you. So that you should have been in fear the entire damn time. I'm just saying. Whatever. But so he locks Tamano, up in the jail because she's seducing men, and she manages to get away. And of course, Lord Riku, finds her. He takes her back to Jubei's, and then they hire Miroha to do the bounty. But basically, they say that you basically won't have to clean the place anymore if you bring me the head of, Homura. And so she's like, okay, cool. And this time, Toa and Setsuna are like, yeah, we got talked into this because of her. So they actually are helping her this time instead of running away. So I feel like 2021 has really helped this situation. And maybe going this shit for the rest of us. But so far, I think Miroha may have a good shot at getting, a little bit more screen time and a little bit more bonding with the twins. But so they go to face Homura. It seemed really quickly how fast this went down. Where he lives in the mountains, there's no snow, obviously, because he radiates fire, so he's able to keep this place heated even during this wintry, season, and where the mountains are, which are very, very freezing. They get there, they challenge him. He lets the whole cat out of the bag that, oh, I thought you two were dead. I could have swore I killed you. It's like, this is where it gets interesting. This is our clue. Sesshoumaru is with this girl, our woman, and her name is Mysterious Demon Zero, and she basically instructs Homura to kill, or to burn down the forest and kill the half-demon princess twins. Get rid of them. Now, to play devil's advocate here, she tells him to burn down the forest while Sesshoumaru is standing there, and then he walks away, and then she throws in the part about his daughters. So I don't know if he heard that, or if he was just completely down with them taking out his kids. I don't know what's going on with that. It's weird, but in the preview for the next episode, you do see a little bit more of the OG cast, the parents, basically the OG cast. And you see Ren saying, I believe in you, Sesshomaru. You see the two twins laid by a tree wrapped in little blankets. But they're babies at this point. We see that there's some kind of eclipse about to happen. And Sesshomaru and Inuyasha are going to face it. And a lot of stuff just seems to go down. We see, Hachi, we see Kagome giving away, her baby and talking about the rouge being a gift that they wanted to give if they had a girl to their daughter. I mean, there's so many little things that are happening in the next episode that it's just very interesting. But again, the opening and closing of this series has changed. So there are probably spoilers throughout. I couldn't make it out without zooming in, so I'm going to have to go back and look. But it did look like Setsuna fell in the water at one point. And as she was sinking down, it looked like Rin caught her. But quite frankly, that could have been Inuyasha and Kagome catching him. I don't know. But I need to kind of freeze frame it to analyze it. But yeah, we got a clue in this episode. But the episode itself, I mean, it was filler. It was very, very quick. We basically, Toa had her smartphone with her, but she's attached to, even though she doesn't have signal in the air, there aren't any cell phone towers at this point. She can't look at, she can't obviously go on the internet. She can't call anyone or text anyone. She can't just, check her social media, blah, blah, blah. But she compares her inability to get rid of this phone to Homura's attachment or obsessiveness with Tamano. And I'm like, nah, that's not really the same thing. But, I get what they were I get where they were trying to go with that. The inability to let go of things that are illogical and not yours. Or in Humano's case, Tamano does not, or Homura's case, Tamano does not belong to him. But the fight scene was so quick. Moroha gets blasted by fire, and she's got the fire robe, so she's fine, and she ends up being a snowball. Setsuna and Toa attack him a couple of times that are pretty useless. He's about to do some freaking Super Saiyan fire attack. I mean, it's huge. I'm talking atomic bomb level crap. And then Tamano, who initially feels guilty about the girls taking care of her problem when she should just break up with them. And I keep thinking to myself, you're not breaking up if you're kidnapped. This is what I don't understand. The message here is weird. You don't have to break up with your kidnapper. But that's neither here nor there. But so she, comes with Lord Riku, who basically is just there for the show. Because he's like, this is what happens when humans and demons fall in love. Nothing good. Not with Sesshomaru, not with anything. He just literally says that. And I'm like, there's a lot more going on with Riku, which we know in terms of that. I mean, he's such a mystery. I think he's probably half human. Or he's Karimaru's heart. Or he's Karimaru with amnesia. Or he's Karimaru without, amnesia. Maybe he's a shapeshifter. I don't know. He's definitely linked to Karimaru. Could be his son. Could be his brother. Could be a part of Karimaru. But he's only there to see the fallout between the human beings because honestly, I feel like he's bored and it amuses him. But he brings Tamano there and she's literally just breaking up with her kidnapper. And I'm like, and her breaking up with him causes him to break, or basically Homura uses his firepower on himself to reduce himself to ashes. So the girls did not do anything, really. They didn't do anything. But, again, we got that clue about Sesshomaru, so I guess that delivered its point. It's like when you take vitamin D, you need vitamin K to let it absorb into your system. This is what this episode did. We had to have that filler, to have that little scene. We had to have a reason for the girls to meet basically Homura and discover that he's the reason they were separated. And he tried to kill them by burning the forest they were in. I don't know why they were in said forest by themselves. I don't know. It's just, there's so many. It really opens up a lot more questions, because if the Sesshomaru was really okay with the cursed demon twins being killed, that's effed up, and then it brings other theories. So if Rin is being kept alive, which is a theory by Setsuna, then why try to kill her? That doesn't make any sense. unless Rin was put to sleep so she wouldn't realize they were trying to kill the twins. Are the twins cursed? Are they destined to kill Sesshoumaru? It's some kind of crazy, prophecy about, the twins slaying. What if the twins are the ultimate evil? I mean, it's like, it's so many questions. So many questions. Oh my gosh. So next week's episode should prove to be very telling. But yeah, this one, again, just fluff with a bit of a clue. We had to have a reason to have the twins meet this guy. We had to have a reason for us to realize that this was the one who started the forest fire. And we had to see that Sesshoumaru either didn't realize his twins were down there and were about to be burned alive, or he just didn't give a damn and was completely okay with his daughters being burned alive in that forest. Or I guess the third option was he figured their rainbow crystals would rainbow pearls would activate and they'd be sent to the modern world, which I don't think that's the case, but hey, I gotta throw this theory out there because it is Yashahime and anything's possible. So yes, Yashahime episode 14. What did you guys think? Leave me a comment below and let me know. And if you would like to sign up for jury duty, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to know who's next on the nerd bell, hit the notification bell. Until next time, I can't wait for you to approach the nerd. Bye guys.
Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it, but hey, the party doesn't have to stop now. Click on one of these videos and keep it going.